Sometimes when you're on a diet or when you're trying to better yourself, some people get caught up in, well, I go out to eat, I fail every time, I don't have any discipline. I'm like, you don't have a discipline issue. Because a lot of these women that say that, they're very successful women in a lot of areas. So you have discipline. This is you trying to make other people not feel poorly about themselves. This is you trying to fit in. This is you trying to keep the peace. You're not meant for that. That's why it doesn't feel good. I am at fault for this too, because if I'm around a lot of people and there's a person that's awkward that's in the group, I'm going to do certain things to try to mend the energy so that everybody kind of accepts each other and it stays peaceful. If you're going out to eat at a restaurant and your skinny girlfriends, fat girlfriends, miserable girlfriends, girlfriends that don't have, goals of any sort are eating a certain thing and you feel to eat that, you just really have to question your intent, because I think everybody does it differently. For me personally, I didn't give a fuck, because I have been so miserable with where I was at and what I looked like and how I felt in my current life. And I've always felt this sense of urgency, like there's not enough time. I've got to do more, be more, see more, write more. I've got goals. I've always had this obsessive, rushy feeling about it that we're running out of time. So with me, I've chased freedom. I have goals, man. I chase freedom, and whatever freedom looks like to me. Back in the day, it was looking like a fitness model, being healthy like the girls in the magazines. To me, in my mind, being a professional fitness girl meant money. It meant freedom. It meant I could make my own schedule. I could make the money I wanted to make. I was confident because I loved my body. I knew how to work out because at one point I was terrified to go in the gym, and I would hang out in the aerobic room because I was terrified of everything. And the girls with muscles and that competed were so intimidating. Holy shit. I just hid out in the aerobic room. Like, I remember thinking that exercising was running on a treadmill. And if you got me a new pair of Nike Shox and Victoria's Secret sweatpants and a treadmill, I was the shit, bitch. You couldn't tell me shit. Like, I started out where you probably did. You're probably further along than I am. So if I wanted something, what I thought freedom was going to get me, which was the body, the money, the health, the mindset, the clout, the respect, the acknowledgement, all that, you couldn't set me in front of Jesus Christ himself and he was serving golden eggs. If it wasn't on my diet, bitch, I'm not going to fucking eat it, because the freedom I was chasing meant way more than that. When you go to sit at your restaurant and you feel like this anxiety about, well, what are they going to say, or how am I going to order? Ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Why do I have this anxiety? Okay. Is it that if I order my food, are they going to make fun of me? And if that's the case, well then, so there's some core wound of rejection. So let's get to the bottom of that and clear it out so that you're no longer blocked and you could give a fuck about what you're doing. Because if you were on their side of the table, you would support anybody and you wouldn't run your fucking mouth at what they were doing, even if they were eating keto and ordering celery sticks. Even if your friend was doing a diet and she was ordering something and she didn't have to explain herself, because that's not why y'all are there. It's not a political combative thing. Y'all are there to talk about the good dick you had last weekend. You're not there to bash each other's diets, right? And if you are, you're not in Hotmomz, because that's shit that's way low vibration. Like, that's shit that's so fucking high school and so immature. You don't see anybody that's doing better than you talking shit to you. If I went out to eat with Tony Robbins and I'm ordering my basic food, like, hey, I'm gluten-free, dairy-free, I'll be like tripping out if I have some gluten. For real, my gut will be bad. Make sure it has no seasoning, do you think Tony Robbins is gonna talk shit to me because I didn't order smoked stacked ribs with covered smashed potatoes and fucking bread and a margarita? Do you think Tony Robbins would ask me and ridicule me for ordering something healthy? No. So maybe you need some fucking new friends. Maybe that's what you're afraid of. What if somebody told your kid to go steal something so that they could be cool? That's a no-no. Yet, here you are doing the same thing, ordering shit food from a pig slough because your friends, they're not doing better than you. They're not into personal growth. So you're either going to have to deal and process with this old ass core wound of rejection and not being good enough, not speaking up, or you're going to have to just be like everybody else. Just quit. Just quit. It's way easier to stay in the comfy pile of shit of mediocrity. Hell, we get into it in Hotmomz real quick. You'll know where it came from. You'll know why you feel this way, and it's easy to process. But in the meantime, since we're here in the free group and we can't go very deep, you got to make a decision. Do you want freedom, or do you want to be fat? Do you want freedom, or do you want to be frantic? Freedom, or whatever F word we can come up with. There's food boundaries. You just, no thank you, man. No thank you. I got to run, man. I got to run clean and clear. This car runs on a certain type of gas, man. If I have that, I'm out for 2 days. I can't afford to be out a day. I can't afford to be out 30 minutes, man. You can't afford to eat something that you really don't need to be eating. The more scared we are to do something is a dead giveaway that it's what we are supposed to do. It means that when we attain that one thing that we're terrified to do, it's our purpose in life. You got a bad bitch inside of you. So I bring that out, okay? But you just have to be willing to reach out and to do these things scared. This is a big deal. That's why you're scared to really look into it and do the work, because it's going to change your life for the better. But there's a way to view the fear and let it sit there and ride with you and have a fucking great time. And it can be easy. Or you can let it take the driver's seat, live life thinking that those are the shitty cards you were dealt. Fuck no. I choose the first. Done. And here we are.